let's learn some advanced timeline functions. The functions we're going to learn is, the first one is called a cutaway. The second one is split screen. The third is picture within picture. And the last one, which is a fun one, is green/blue screen effect. So let's pick the third clip in my timeline and let's do a cutaway here. So if I play through the clip, it's just two pieces. It's the title and a picture of gun. And actually you can call a title a cutaway because it is above the main clip and it doesn't change the timeline length at all. So let's take this picture we have of the meal and slide it down and put it above gun. And now, as I start playing in there, it switches to the meal. That's called a cutaway. I can trim it and I can move it. Let's try this technique. Meal comes in, zoom out, and then into gun talking about the rice he's going to use for the meal. As I click on it and I go up to my viewer, I have a new icon that appeared. I click on it and there's my cutaway. And we'll get to the rest of them right here. But here's my cutaway. I can control the opacity of it. In this case, it really doesn't work well for me, but I can do that if I need to. Do a double exposure effect. Also, I can fade it in and out. The best way to do this, to show it, is I'm going to zoom in, click on the clip, and just like when we learned we could do faders with audio, well, guess what? We can do it with a cutaway in video. And so if I take this effect, and it does it on both ends, like in stereo, I'll put it about there, move my playback head, hit my space bar or L key, fade in and fades out, and K to stop. Let's do it again. From the beginning, L key for play, fade in, fade out, and then K to stop. So there's a cutaway. Really nice effect. I'm going to delete this out and use the same piece for a split screen. So now I'm going to drag it down below, put it right over the top. Let me get to the, there we go. So I have the entire clip covered up, so only I see is the meal. Now what I'm going to do is go down to split screen. And now we split my screen into two separate areas. I can change it. And I think I like this one better. So let's see what this looks like.
This is the dry serum.
So there is a split screen. Put two pictures or videos and it kept my Ken's burn effect going side by side. Let's move on to picture within picture. Let's go from split screen down to picture within picture. And now there is my picture within picture, and you can see I can move this basically anywhere I want on the screen. In this case, I'm going to put it right here, right above his title. I think it will work well as a place. And let's see what we can do here. I can have it dissolve in and out. I can have it zoom in and out. There's my zoom. And I can swap the two. So I have the meal. Let's see how this looks. I can add a border. And I can add a shadow to the border. Let's move this in another location. And I don't want to use swap, I want to use dissolve, put this where I want it. You can see the nice black border with a shadow, and go back to the beginning, hit the L key, let's play through this. There's my picture within picture, the Ken Burn
This is the
effect, and
dry,
my
still
dissolve
right.
and fade into my first action clip. So 3 techniques, really quick. We learned how to use cutaway, split screen, and picture within picture. Let's use the green-blue screen for the last piece. So I'm going to move the end of my timeline, and I have this piece on the end here. And I'm going to use this particular clip here, which I shot on a green screen. My background is just green paper that I bought at Staples. And you can see it's not perfect, but it should be. Smoother it is, cleaner it is, better the green screen effect will happen. In this case, I just want to show you it doesn't have to be perfect for this to work. I'm going to drag this little guy down below here. My friend Godzilla. He's been famous in many of actually my first video I ever made with green screen. I used this little character, so I've kept him for about 30-something years. There we go. Struggling here with some basic editing, but that's par for the course. So we click on it, and now I'm going to go to, watch this, green, blue screen. There it is. It knocked the green background out, having a perfect outline of our friend Godzilla. And now as I play, I put a little motion to it, and there we go. We have Godzilla, part of our Thai cooking class. So in finishing up, we learned how to do a cutaway. It puts it in a secondary storyline above the clip you're working on. I have a choice of how much of that clip I want to show. I can spread it over a number of clips. The blue-green screen, which I just showed, split the screens in 2 different areas, and then lastly, picture within picture. All great techniques, easy to use. Good luck.